Warning, spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen Angry Birds the movie, turn back and watch it first. Hey, I'm back. Before I get to this video, I'd like to say something. I'm sorry that I haven't made any new videos lately. It's just busy with other stuff. But now I'm back, ready for more videos. Okay, now to our video. Today we're doing Angry Birds. What could go wrong? Oh no. Okay, hello, thanks for watching this video. Well, basically, since you already saw, this theory is about the Angry Birds movie. No! No more silly. Okay, as I was saying, the topic I want to pick on the Angry Birds movie is its references and stuff. Not like the ones that other people have done, like a reference based off the whole movie. Let me explain. My theory is about the thought that the whole movie is based off of English exploration from North America all the way back to about 16th or 17th century. Mind blown? It should be. There's never actually been a real theory about Angry Birds, just counting the references. But this time, I will be the first one to talk about a theory about this. One small step for a YouTuber, one giant leap for... Okay, you see my point. Anyway, back to my theory. Okay, if we're ever going to confirm my theory, first we're going to have to summarize the whole movie. Okay, this is your last chance. Watch Angry Birds the movie before you watch this movie. Okay, is everyone gone who hasn't seen the movie? Good. Then I can continue with my video. Okay, I'm giving you a little video summary about the whole movie. It's over there and it's coming in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Red loses his cool because he has to go to anger management class as punishment by the chief of the island for doing this. Meanwhile, while he gets annoyed by the townspeople and his classmates at anger management class, and the pigs come to Bird Island with no seeming reason or any warning. Therefore, they say, "What's a pig? I am a pig." I could explain all why the pigs are here to Pig Island, but this trailer will explain it for me so I don't have to.
Pigs. Unbelievable. Now we're getting practice this 100 times. We're gonna come in again. First, they steal your heart. Piggyback rides. Then they steal your eggs. Delicious eggy weggy. Oh my gosh. On May 20th, we're the only ones who can get the eggs back. Fire!
Yeah, so the pigs came to the island to steal the eggs, probably so they could eat them. And basically, they seem to be stealing their heart by doing all this stuff for them. And then once the birds realize what happened, they call my eagle. He doesn't do anything, and so they take charge themselves and take back the eggs. Okay, so what does this have to do with my theory? Well, let me explain how these giggling freaks of nature represent the British.
Oh my gosh.
Time for a history lesson. It all starts in the beginning of 1830s when this president right here, aka Andrew Jackson, wanted to take over America, but there were Indians already living there. So what did he decide to do? He activated step one. Step one was to treat the Native Americans like normal people. I'm not saying they're not normal people. I'm just saying they really inside thought they weren't normal people, but decided to treat them that way to gain their trust. As I was saying, how they were able to get the Indians' trust is by allowing them to become regular citizens, just like them. For instance, allowing them to have property, land, money, currency, jobs, etc. Seems familiar? That scene shows that they're being treated like normal people because they're being able to stop the roads for them in respect. Yeah, on top of that, this really shows the pigs and the birds bonding. This is amazing. I'm not surprised if the Leonard actually didn't fake his friendship with the birds. But that's a theory for another day. Anyway, now we're on to step 2 of their plan. Collateral damage such as arson, robbery, trespassing, and finally, livestock assassination. I will murder you, and I will slay your goat in your sleep. The reason they probably did all that was so that they could scare the Indians into giving up their land after giving them the trust so that they wouldn't fight back. It actually worked for the most part, and mostly the townspeople did it. And the worst part is that part of the government got involved in it too. So in a way, no one's safe. So I guess you can say, trust no one. Well, how does that sound like the Angry Birds movie? Well, take a look at this clip right here. Okay, you may be thinking, you know what, Nate, the birds flying back to stop the pigs. But remember, all the birds except for Chuck, Red, and Bomb are all the way back at the party place. So the pigs deliberately started the fire to strike fear into the hearts of every bird who comes to figure out what happened. Another example of this, which supports my theory, is this scene right here.
Set sail for Piggy Island.
In this scene, we literally see one of the pigs shooting at one of the bird's most prized statues, aka the Mighty Eagle statue. What this means is that they deliberately want to strike fear into the hearts of them and make them feel bad at the same time, proving that the pig started fires on purpose, so it supports theory of doing it earlier. Okay, so what you just saw proves that the pigs firing against the Angry Birds Island is symbolizing the English firing on the Indians' houses. I know it's not the same, but it's similar, and that's what counts. Step 3 is to send the Indians away, so that way the new settlers could take theirs. This was known as the Trail of Tears. Sounds really sad, but the reason it was called this was because the Indians were sad to leave. And something similar to this comes in Angry Birds movie.
We'll find them. They're all gone. Shh. It's okay.
I know this couldn't not represent the Indians. Like lots of movies have sad parts in them, but it could also reference that, but I don't 100% think it does. Myself. But I got more evidence along the way, so don't think that this is a bunch of garbage. Besides the Trail of Tears, there are other references with Indian and English contact throughout this movie. For example, aka the most obvious one is that the pigs come in a boat. Even the way that the pigs get off their ship signifies something.
Greetings from my world, the world of the pigs. What's a pig? I am a pig. Unbelievable.
Now you know what I mean, right? If you don't, then I'm gonna explain it anyway. Okay. Why I think this really does signify Indian and English contact is because, one, the fact that the birds think of the pigs as strangers really shows something. Because the Indians thought the English were strangers as well, and two, because the English got off a big boat that the Indians didn't have. Well, this something like this could happen in history times, but it really does signify it because English. Remember, the only way to transport throughout the rest of the world is through boats. So it would make sense to put something like that in there. And reason number 3 is that the pigs and the birds live on separate islands. As we know, the birds live on the island known as Bird Island, a place called happiness and peace. Except till the pigs arrive, and we see the pigs have their own island as well, which really signifies the fact that Europe is a whole nother continent and America is a whole nother continent, and they were separated pretty much completely, only connected by Russia really, but no one really ventured to Russia, so it was like a whole nother universe. See what I mean? There's a 4th reason as well, and that reason is that the pigs have more technology than the birds. As I mentioned before, the Angry Birds represent the natives, so it would really make sense that the pigs would have more technology if they're being represented by the English. So we can see the pigs have a lot more technology than the Angry Birds, such as A, lights, B, control ships, C, conveyor belts. I don't think we even have that yet on our ships. And then finally, a huge city. As we can see, the birds live in a small town, but the pigs live in this huge city which looks like Rio. There are other things that the pigs exceed more than the Angry Birds, but also there are other things which show that the pigs represent the English. Number 4, the fact that the pigs have a king and the Angry Birds have a chief. really shows that they're trying to represent the English and the Indians as pigs and the birds. The reason I think that is because Leonard says it himself. As you can see here. Yes, the announcer said, "Welcome home, King Mudbeard," end quote. What the announcer's saying here isn't only saying that the pigs actually have names, but also that Leonard is a king. Also, Leonard has a crown, so that also says that he's royalty. Okay, now finally, the last thing I want to talk about is the fact that the pigs come in huge groups. When the Indians were invaded by the English, one of their complaints was that there were too many of them. Look at this clip, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
What are you doing? We're trying to sneak around. We didn't rent this place out. Looks like there's some more stuff down here. We were hiding.
That scene right there probably represents the fact that the Indians didn't know this many of the English were coming. Here's another clip. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Well, I'm afraid that's all I have for this video, but before I sign out, let's summary up all that happened. Okay, now let's count all the similarities. 1. Respect, because they wanted to gain the Indians' trust. Number 2, vandalism. They ruined all the Indian stuff because of hatred and jealousy towards them. Number 3, stolen stuff. Just like the pigs stole the Angry Birds' eggs, the English stole all the Indians' land. 4, total strangers. The Indians were total strangers to the English, just like the pigs were total strangers to the birds. Because 5, continental separation. Both of these places are separated by oceans worth. Piggy Island and Bird Island, just like Europe and North America. This really proves that the British and the pigs have similarities because they both came in boats to a different island. Speaking of that, number 7, separate islands. Both of the real world and the Angry Bird world variants both have very similarities, such as where they live. They both live on islands. Don't tell me you haven't gone along with my theory yet. Seriously, you're dumb if you haven't. Number 8, technology improvement. It seems like since the British are higher level than the Indians in that time, then that means that the pigs were higher than the birds. Yeah, and this shows because a reason I already discussed, because of all the technology and tools they have. Number 9, the British and the pigs have an autocracy, and the birds and the Indians have a democracy, I guess. No, they don't. Indians have a chief, and they decide the decision, so forget all that. Yeah, there's too many pigs. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to my videos. And anyone else who's already subscribed, make sure you talk in the comments of my videos to give me more support and stuff about future events. Anyway, it's me, Ben, signing out. Bye!
I'm a magical princess from another dimension.